So, guys, why do you always see me wearing clothes from moving companies, right? Like this is La Capitale Déménagement, right? One of the best companies in Montreal. And no, they don't pay me to make publicity, and I'm gonna explain all this. I didn't like. I don't have only La Capitale, right? When I did my shower video, it was called. I had a T-shirt from Vachon Transport. So basically, Vachon Transport was a company I worked for, like for 20 years, and because it's harder and harder to make money, to run a trucking company now is very expensive, and there's not much money at the end of the line. So they just sold it to La Capitale. But okay, a couple of reasons, right? First of all, these T-shirts, they're free, and like that's all I can afford. Okay, so like when you pay 1,400 for an apartment, 1,400 a month for an apartment, and you pay your car 750, and the insurance and the gas and the food and the electricity and this and that. So yeah, if I can get a free T-shirt, you can be damn sure I'm gonna take it. Okay, but that's not the point. I'm gonna explain why I'm doing this. I talked about this in a video I made about the song "I Will Survive." Saying that, am I gonna survive? So because the cost of living is going up and up and up and up in Canada. Well, yeah, I'm in Montreal, but it's I think it's like that all over Canada. I had to figure out a way to make more money. So I started to type how to make money online. And I'm going to talk a lot about that in the future, because as soon as you type how to make money online, I'm going to explain everything about that. Every time you type something online, there's somebody studying you, okay? And then you're going to be bombarded. You're studied, and they're going to know, they're going to try to sell you a lot of stuff. So, anyway, I was typing how to make money online, and the main videos I was seeing pop up was since the guy, what's his name, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. Apparently he became rich by selling books in his garage. So I don't know if that's true, but a lot of people were saying, hey, the guy got rich selling books in his garage, so sell books, and that's going to be a good second income. So I'm going to talk about all that adventure that I did. Like I spent a lot of money buying a scanner and a printer, and like paper and labels and all that you need if you send all your stuff to the Amazon warehouse. Okay, but I didn't make a penny with that. I lost money with that. Okay, because well, I didn't know the business perfectly, because there is people making money selling books, but they really know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They got a lot of analytics, and they see what book is, like if there's only one book in the warehouse, they're going to see, and they're going to ship their book right away, because they see that there's only one at the Amazon warehouse and stuff like that. That's not the topic here. But since that didn't work out, since I have a lot of experience in the moving business, I said, why not become a moving broker? So, like right now I drive a tractor trailer, right? And I drive at night. So I can have a Bluetooth on my ears, and I can answer the phone. So like I say, I'll advertise moving, and if somebody I'm in the truck, I can answer and say, yeah, like I'll phone some companies, and tomorrow I'll give you a price, and then I can take a commission on that. So that was my plan. So I started to build a website for that, so that I can become a moving broker. And it's at I'm gonna put the link below. It's at movers.inpower.world. But don't phone the number there because the number is not valid anymore. Nothing on that site is everything is going to change. Well, not everything, because I put a lot of effort, so maybe something I'm going to copy and paste something and put it in Chat GPT and reload it after, written differently. But I didn't have time to finish that site because, my mother, full of things was happening. I had to move and then this and that. So I didn't have time to complete that project, but I'm still working on that project, right? I still want to become a moving broker. So one lady that makes my income tax, she said, well, if you do that, you're gonna have to use at least 3 companies because I don't know what the law is. I don't know how that works, but apparently if I become a moving broker and I work only with one company, it's going to be viewed as if I work for that company or something like that. I don't know. I don't have time to check all these things, like she just told me that very, very fast when I was picking up my papers. So anyway, this is going to be, I'm going to finish that site, movers at inpower.world. And also, like I said, I was in a battle against bad music, and I was, I was listening in my truck to like 10 hours of videos on BitChute, like Mel K, Alex Jones, Maria Z, Laura Lynn Thompson, MTG, everything that's going on in the world. I was checking, and sometimes I didn't like what people were saying, and I had to react to it, So that's all I wanted to say. So if you see me, especially with this shirt, because this is one good company, and this is a company that when I am a moving broker, I'm going to give a lot of work to them because they're a very, very good company. And when it comes to moving, believe me, I'm not going to be a moving broker for like if you just have a 2-bedroom apartment or living in a small apartment building or things like that. I'm just going to take huge movings of houses like over, let's say, $500,000 because there's no money into moving. Like when they especially here in Quebec, because there's funny laws with moving. People move like in June. And then the business goes down to practically nothing. It's not like that in the rest of the world. But anyway, there's not enough money into it. And so that's why I would take movings over only houses over $500,000 and companies, like I worked on the Jean Coutu moving, that's the biggest drugstore, the warehouse, man, it's so huge. It looks like a city, So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. If you see me wear a t-shirt about, from a moving company, it's not because I'm doing publicity for them. It's because I'm broke.